Greetings and salutations, all of you loathsome sinners. 'Tis I, Alastor the Radio Demon, back again on the Moonshadow Mystery channel. Although I should say, this is Moonshadow Mystery, voice of Alastor the Radio Demon, here on the Moonshadow Mystery channel. Because today we're not doing a usual Alastor in VR chat session. No, I thought today what we would do here on the channel is we would react and, well, actually more commentate on, and let me make sure my volume settings are correct here so I can do this properly. We are going to take a look at, one moment. Terribly sorry, I'm dealing with a little congestion. But we're going to take a look at That's Entertainment, or more specifically, the That's Entertainment Hazbin Hotel pilot fan redub project by Miss Violet Howard, a project which, as many of you out there may know, I myself was cast in as, of course, Alastor the Radio Demon. A pleasure to be meeting you. Quite the pleasure. After 4 years of voicing Alastor, when this project came out, it, of course, was my technically not really big break, but my break. Because it's the first time I was cast in something that wasn't being done for myself. But anyway, we're going to get started on this very shortly. I don't know how close to this I can be in order to... Alright, now real quick, and I'm already pausing the video and you're going to see me just quite often. When we did this project, when I signed up on this project, and I don't remember, this was back in like February maybe of this year, and it's still sometimes hard to believe that this project is as young as it is. I actually was got in touch with by them through a Hazbin Hotel fan group on the Facebook. Which was, shocking of all things, that that's the place I would be going to end up getting together with these people. I thought what they were looking for was just someone to, casually roleplay scenarios from the show or fan scenarios for the show. But no, turns out what they were looking for was talent, and I got cast. Matter of fact, I was cast in, I believe, a total of 3 separate parts in this project. To my knowledge, it might have been a total of 4, but I wanted to say it was 3. And I'm not, phrasing this way to be bragging or anything. We'll get around to who I voiced and all that, but the reason I wanted to pause here specifically is because we actually did not do the Always Chasing Rainbow song. I believe that our director, who was also our casting director, our executive producer, and our editor, or our primary editor anyway, I did help a little bit here and there with certain things. Not a whole lot. I think we had 1 or 2 other people who were assisting with editing, but we did not think we'd be able to get away, not necessarily with redubbing the song Always Chasing Rainbows, but with the music. To my knowledge, the rest of the music for this the pilot was all created under Spindlehorse Studios through Vizzy Pop and the team that worked on the pilot. But Always Chasing Rainbows, I believe, is like a big, I don't know if it's a Broadway production, but it's like a big name musical number out there, so we did not want to take a chance on this getting copyright stricken and getting shut down. So, any of you out there who have seen the pilot dub and have wondered, the pilot redub that we did, and wondered why don't they have the song at the start. That's why. I just wanted to get that out of the way like ASAP, which is a shame because personally speaking, I really love that song. I don't believe I've got a list of our cast on hand. So I may periodically have to pause here and there to get our cast names if I'm having trouble remembering, because I do want to credit my co-stars through this because they all did fantastic. I know there's been a lot of issues that we've all taken with Zuckerberg and Facebook, especially in recent years. But honestly, Facebook kind of pulled through for us this time around. Honestly, really shockingly, it did. I'm really thankful that because of Facebook that I was able to get in touch with Miss Violet Howard and the rest of my co-stars, many of which actually are fellow YouTube content creators. Which is, always fantastic. And you may be wondering, why am I looking down the left? Well, that, unfortunately, they put the controls down here instead of, underneath the player, so it's going to make me, redirect my focus. But speaking of the cast, the very first voice you actually hear in this pilot is Nick Kurtz, who plays the four-armed demon that falls from the sky. Naturally, of course, you immediately go from him to, Rob Zilks, who voices our Angel Dust, with Jer Lightman, who is our voice of Travis, playing opposite him. Just getting that away so I don't have to pause quite as much. Hopefully. I did consider suggesting a filter to offset the colors a little bit, but that's what I do for my channel. Yeah, I had, let me pause again real quick. Miss Howard had asked me to try out different voices for a lot of these other characters, including the four-armed demon and the feather demon, as we call him. Personally, I view him as one of the Green Gang, who just happened to die and is now in hell. For those of you who are like me and grew up with the Powerpuff Girls. Feather Demon, of course, being voiced by Nick Kurtz, same as the Falling Demon. He did a great job with, making the best use of the hardware available for recording and giving Miss Howard the pacing and the tone she wanted to really bring these characters more or less to life. I may still have the recordings for my attempts at these two, but Nick Kurtz was definitely the better decision here. I am the worst at names. Rob Zilks, yeah. Honestly, he did a really good Angel Dust, especially trying to get the pilot voice right. I think Nick actually did a really good job for Travis. I don't know that it really would have. Well, Jerry Lightman, I mean, did a good job for Travis. Sorry. Again, not good with names. I don't know that it would have mattered if we got some of these less important characters right, but
Keep this discreet, you hear me? I can't let it get out that I'm offering my services to randos on the street. It was a quick cash grab. You got it?
You say slut.
see, that is a great line delivery on both parts.
Then we come up with something creative to call me, you poorly packed sack of horse shit. Tell the missus
Okay, I do have a slight commentary on that part. I believe the actual line delivery goes, "Oh, ow, such insults." You meant to think of something creative to call me a sack of poorly packaged horse shit. Tell the missus I said hi. Schnookums. Yeah, it's just a little line flub there, and I know I'm not the best Angel Dust. Those of you who follow me on the Discord and have seen like some of the more recent stuff that's been going up on here on YouTube know this. I've definitely improved since I did the Angel Dust backstory comic dub years ago. Again, they did an amazing job here. That was just a minor line flub, and I wanted to point it out in case anyone else out there thought that doesn't sound quite right. That's why. It happens. Even I had a couple of flubs during recordings, especially some of the stuff I've been doing on my own to try and get myself rehyped. Because I haven't done content in so long, so I've been trying to get myself rehyped with personal projects that maybe I can turn into a bigger thing.
I said hi. Schnookums.
Oh, and there are certain things you'll notice that sounds exactly like the pilot. Well, that's because we probably used certain things from the pilot because we couldn't recreate it exactly.
Hey!
Yeah, see, he did such a good job with that. I tried multiple takes and I never got it right.
My drugs! Damn it!
Oh, okay, hold on. I know I'm pausing, but personally speaking, while maybe not pitch perfect, uh, Troy L.R. Ross, aka Troy _voices 21 or Troy VA, depending on if you're looking on TikTok or YouTube. He's the voice of our Serpentius. And yes, he may not have the same high-pitched speaking mannerisms that we know of from the pilot of Serpentius, or from the show proper. But he does a great job at getting a little bit of sinisterness in. And because Serpentius is supposed to be like the steampunk age character, trying to be quote hip or whatnot and following the trends. But because he is steampunk, I think the specific type of rasp that Troy gives Serpentius is absolutely perfect. Like, yes, it's different, but it's good different and that's just my personal opinion. Like, I honestly think it is a very good thing. It's a positive change. Just like I'm one of the few people out there who wasn't all that crazy about the fact that Katie Killjoy's original voice actor got recast by the voice Blitz. And again, I'm not good at remembering names offhand. Um, Similarly, while our voice actor Billy Davy did his best, and you'll see in the upcoming scenes, voicing the Egg Boys, I don't think the inflections he gives quite matches what the pilot presented us with. And I don't mean tonally. I mean, it doesn't really fit the aesthetic that we have of the Egg Boys. And that's my personal opinion here. Especially since we do have a couple of lines that's directly from the pilot that we make use of, I guess because Billy Davy couldn't recreate the specific pitches or deliveries like she wanted. Again, you'll see in just a second. Oh, Brendan Rodgers. Wow. I kept getting flubbed on it because my brain kept wanting to do Brendan Ragers because that's how he does it in season 2 of Hell of a Boss, and my brain was not letting go of it. But I got it. I finally got it. See, we probably should have adjusted the background audio down a little bit.
My machine are unmatched. No other demon can compare to the length of eye.
See, here we go. Pilot. This is the pilot. Sounds. And here's Billy Davy.
I like when you shot me with the ray gun.
See, he gives him that weird southern bumpkin kind of voice. It doesn't really match the almost mafia appearance that they have.
Nothing, not a single beast in this burial of suffering can take back this empire from my constrictive grasp.
A little bit of a lip sync issue there, but you know, I had a few of them myself. I think I did like multiple takes. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I've got to comment here because we all know who's coming. We all know who's coming. I don't know if she's my favorite cast choice for Cherry, but I think she does a really good job. I mean, you definitely cannot compare her to the Amazon Prime show by A24 by any means, but comparing her to the pilot, Saber Nimue, who was our Cherry Bomb, I think did a really good job. I really wish we could have all been in a studio together to play off each other instead of having to record and submit lines remotely. I really do, because it was an absolute pleasure working with all these people. And some of them just really did a good job on their delivery. Like, if not pitch perfect, they got the emotional tone right, if you know what I mean. The inflection, the emotion, the emoting of it. I keep wanting to say emoticon, that's why I'm trying not to say that word, and it's driving me crazy.
What did he just say to me, you fried chicken feet? I said, speak up.
See, even with the serpentine lisp, he does a great job delivering his lines. It's so hard to deliver a good cough for a scent like that. Okay, again, sorry to pause again already. That is one of the scenes I'm talking about on a personal level, where we should have toned the original background and musical score audio down, because, and I don't know if it's an equipment thing. I know with me sometimes it's an equipment thing, but sometimes our characters, our actors, their lines don't come through as, I don't know, as audible as what maybe they should, or what you would expect them to. I think the music tends to overpower, and I have this complaint a lot when watching certain programs. I'm not a big fan of shows like The Voice, but a big complaint of mine when I do sit down and watch it with family, it and The Masked Singer both, because I do like The Masked Singer, admittedly, is that a lot of times it seems like the sound manager for the studio audience and the sound manager for the TV broadcasting aren't on the same page. So it's like you can tell it's certain things are set like for a live audience, but they're not adjusted for televised broadcasting. So you end up having your singers being overwhelmed by the background vocals and the instrumentals, and then you don't get a crisp delivery out of them. And you can tell they're trying, it's just you can't hear them clearly enough, so you end up unfortunately judging them based on that. And that is a real shame, especially in this case, because again, Saber did an absolute fantastic job, especially opposite Troy, who, as a matter of fact, Troy specifically, here like just a week or two prior to this recording, actually released and it might have been longer than that. It was just a week or two that I caught it. Excuse me. Had a FanDub project he put together of the Hell of a Boss pilot, which technically we has. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I've been dealing with this for a few days. As a production team, that was going to be one of our next tackles. After this, but I'll get more into that later. But he did a good job with it, honestly, with his personal project and with his lines here.
Well, I'm happy to oblige.
Good afternoon. I'm Katie Killjoy.
I'm Tom. Chaos at
Yeah, Molly Emmel plays Katie Killjoy. Tom is voiced by Kiefer Van Annawalt.
Powerhouse.
And they both did great.
Right, Tom. After the recent extermination, many areas are now up for grabs. Demons all over hell.
A few issues with Katie's line delivery sometimes.
Looks like they're fighting tooth and nail with.
And again, this is just my personal opinion on Molly's delivery. So sorry. And it may just be a technical issue, you know. There are just some things that it's like it doesn't come through clearly. I want to talk about her delivery. Her delivery's fine. It's just the pickup. Let me just go ahead and get out of the way right now so I'm not interrupting further. Up next, we're about to be introduced. You know, everyone knows it. Charlie's coming up next. Our Charlie is voiced by an actress named Isabella. Don't know her last name, don't know a personal handle for content. We just know her as Isabella. And of course, when she comes into play, we have Vaggie who comes into play, and our Vaggie's voiced by Tushkan. And she is by far one of my personally speaking, between the main cast, the big name cast, the characters everybody loves, is probably one of the best line deliverers in this entire project. I'm not trying to play favorites. I'm just saying, objectively speaking, she has some of the best line deliveries of this project, especially in keeping with pacing and tone and emoting. She just does a really good job. Isabella does a fair job. I have personal critiques on some of her acting, on some of her line deliveries. It's mostly due to her vocal tone. And I don't know if it was deliberate. I don't know if our director told her, this is how I want you to deliver the lines in order to capture Charlie's innocence and naivety, or that's just her voice. But she does have certain lines that emotion from Isabella just impacts you, and it does such a fantastic job. But again, Tushka definitely does some of the best delivery work, in my personal opinion. But of course, we're going to have Charlie's singing voice come up later. I'm just going to get out of the way that Miss Charlie's singing voice is actually provided by Star Den. Yes, first and last name, or at least first and last name of the username provided to us by Star, and she was a last-minute cast. Our original voice actress. And again, I know I'm pausing a lot. I'm sorry about that. This is a commentary video. That's what this is. Our original singing actress had to drop out last minute. We don't know the exact details. Never did get a clear detail on it. And I know we're 24 minutes into this, and we're only like 3 minutes into the video. Sorry, but that's what this is. But yeah, Star did a great job. It is definitely a jarring difference between Isabella and Star, but I actually have family members in real life that actually is that kind of level of difference, so I'm kind of used to it.
Hot spot.
I should like to nail her hot spot.
Oh, limp dick jackass, Tom. Or should I say, no dick. Coming up next, we have an exclusive interview. Daughter of Hell's own head honcho. She's here to discuss her brand new passion project. All that and more.
Okay, some of Molly's line delivery is a little off, but that's to be understandable.
Okay, you remember what to say?
Yeah.
See,
Do it.
that's Isabella.
Look at me, and I'll mouth it to you.
Come on, Baggy.
Yeah, see, she sounds really young. I don't think she's actually as young as she sounds, though. I think that's just her vocal tone. Some of the deliveries are bad, though. Tushka, on the other hand, is nailing it.
Because I know you, but please don't sing. This is serious.
Well, I'm better expressing myself in my ghost series song.
Okay, that's one of Isabella's better deliveries, I'll admit.
But I have other ideas of what to say. The highlights are the best parts.
It's all highlighted. Is this a drawing?
Yes, that's the happy ending, see? Everyone's smiling and happy in heaven.
I don't think it's that simple. Just please follow the talking points we went over, and do not.
Honestly, some of Molly's best line delivery is coming up with her interaction with Charlie. Well, then Isabella, I mean. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
Kid Killjoy. I'd say it's a pleasure to meet you, but that would be a lie. And you can put that away. I don't touch the gays. I have standards.
It hits the same way, and it's different, but it hits the same way. You can just feel her attitude.
Because we wanted you here. You were here because Jeffrey couldn't make it for his cannibal cooking segment. You might be.
Yeah, I love that. That is an improvement over the original, in my opinion. Regarding Jeffrey Dahmer referencing.
Wants to advertise. So don't get cute with me, honey, or I will fucking bury you.
And we're lost.
What's that? So, Charlotte.
Okay, this is one of the bad parts.
Tell us about this new pattern.
Yeah, see, we got this weird echo going on. I don't know why.
Well,
It was like muffled.
as most of you know, I was born here in Howland. Growing up, I always tried to see the good in everyone around me. Oh man, you are my people. We just might be another extermination. We lost so many souls.
Did we just have a delay? Hold on.
Every year. No one is even given a chance. I can't stand idly by where the prison is subjected.
Maybe it's fine. It just seemed like it paused for a minute there.
Isn't there a name of a population here in hell? Perhaps we can create an alternative way to change souls through redemption? Well, I think yes. So that's what this project aims to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening the first of its kind.
Alright, the next voice we're gonna get here, I believe, is Troy as well, voicing the new staff. No, actually, I think it's me.
This hotel's are for people passing through.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, right there. That's me.
Is
The lizard demon.
For real? She thinks. You hear what she thinks? She. She's nuts.
That may be one of my favorite deliveries, honestly. But yeah, Troy is coming up again. And then we'll... Yep, there's Troy. But yeah, here comes Star very shortly. And again, she does a great job for the most part. Some of her tones and inflections are a little off. But I think for the most part, she does a great job doing Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow.
I have a dream. I'm here to tell about a wonderful, fantastic new hotel.
And if there's any feedback, I'm sorry.
Right here in hell, you're really to a specific clientele. Inside of every demon is a rainbow. Inside every sinner is a shiny smile. Inside of every crazy hatch a really maniac is a jolly, happy, cupcake loving child. We can turn around, they'll be heaven bound with just a little time down at the happy hotel. So all you junkies, freaks, and weirdos, creepers, fucks, subgroups, and zeros, and their fallen superheroes, help is here. All you written sluts and losers, sexual deviants and boosters, and prescription drug abusers, need not fear forever again.
Sorry. I think we get a little too much criticism for how this particular song turns out because we don't have professional studio equipment. I think she did a really good job, all things considering, since we're all working remotely.
And cotton candy dreams and puffy fluffy clouds. You're gonna be like, wow, once you check in with me.
A couple things that maybe I think she could have done slightly different, but for the most part I think she did fantastic. And as someone who has sang the song before, as the Radio Demon of course, this is a very difficult song to master. So I find it quite credible, or admirable rather, that she would attempt it. Especially with the pitch changes. Again, there is quite a drastic difference. Oh, here we go. This is my last line before, all the background characters are gone.
What in the 9 circles makes you think a single denizen of hell would give 2 shits about becoming a better person? You have no proof this little experiment even works. You want people to be good just because?
I love that delivery, actually.
Beliefs in our cause and shown incredible progress.
See, that's one of Isabella's better line deliveries.
Oh, just someone named Angel Dust.
See, she gets her pitch just a little lower in it, and it sounds so good.
I'm sure you can get that hooker to do anything with enough sugar and lube.
Oh, I beg to differ. He's been behaved, clean, and out of trouble for 2 weeks now.
It's when she hits that higher pitch that it sounds off for some reason.
A new player has entered the ongoing turf war. Let's go to the live feed.
Shit.
Oh shit, indeed. It looks like the one who just joined the battle is none other than porn actor Angel Dust. What a juicy coincidence. You must be feeling really stupid right now.
Don't look at this.
Well, it
Yeah.
sure looks like your little project is dead on arrival. Tell us, how does it feel to be a total failure?
Okay, hold
How
on.
does it feel they got your pen, huh? Bitch.
See, both Molly and Isabella kind of flubbed their delivery on that one.
Thanks for the backup.
Sorry.
Best action I've seen in ages.
Where you been anyway? I thought you up and died or something.
Oh, I wish. I've been staying at this crappy hotel on the other side of town. Some broads are letting me stay there rent-free 5 nights.
Again,
You know,
I love
like,
these two. Saber
problematic language, no words.
and Rob do such a great job opposite each other as these characters.
Clean for 2 weeks. Well, sort of clean. As clean as you can get with a shitload of Oblivion washing powder.
But Rob really does a good job.
Oh, water, Daddy.
Son.
And with Troy right there, it is just hilarious. Troy does such a good job as Serpentius, honestly.
The side member is the side with most.
But I really admire how Rob
Speaking of
Zilch does his
style,
Angel.
your hat like
And
live or
Saber
something?
is such a
Oh,
good cherry bomb.
That's none of your goddamn business. Now is it?
Huh, would that make your hat the top and you the bottom?
Yeah, okay, Rob did kind of, I don't know, that delivery wasn't great.
Kinky.
Oh, not like
Most of his are great, but that one just is off.
so cocky now, are we?
No, you're really gonna
Okay,
rock
we
it
did have a
without
little bit of a delay. I don't know if
I've been
it comes
making
through
sex jokes the whole time.
in this recording,
It's
but
obvious you ain't catching
I
on.
definitely noticed a delay there, like it skipped.
So think you're gonna get in a lot of trouble for this?
Yeah, what's one little brawl gonna cause?
Now, whether that's because of the video itself, there you go.
You know you're my favorite guy to party with.
You know it, sugar tits.
Can you ready to finish this?
Kiefer did so few lines, but he nailed them. He nailed his delivery. I love these interactions between Tushka and Rob.
I heard my girl buddy is solid. Is Isn't that a redeeming quality? Helping friends with stuff?
Not with turf wars that results in territorial genocide.
You win some, you lose a few hundred.
I believe most of the Spanish delivery lines we actually kept from the pilot.
Oh, come on, I had to. My credibility was on the line. I mean, what kind of
I don't think we actually
reputation would I
found
have
the
if
Spanish-spoken
that was
lines
clean? Throws out my
in the
entire
transcript,
Your credibility? What about
or
talent?
Tushka just couldn't deliver them, so we just kept them from the pilot.
No, babe. Jokes are funny. I made you look, sad and pathetic. Like an orphan. With no arms.
See, I actually like this delivery, I think, a little better than the actual pilot.
Great. Now I'm bummed thinking about it.
Because he sounds so bored and sarcastic, like you would expect Angel to. Like, he knows he's not in front of a camera, so he doesn't really care if he's giving a good performance or not.
Whatever pisses you off.
It's like, he can be his true, genuine self and not, put on an act.
Too late, Toots. Wait, would that make me double dead? Ah, but where exactly do I go to? Double hell? Sorry.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
Stuck me, bitch. Get used to it.
That's right, I went there.
Listen, who cares if some jagoffs got hurt? Most of them are ugly freaks. Look around. You got a bunch of fucking Harlequin babes down here. Hey, this body is flawless. Everyone wants some of me. And I got the creepy fan letters to prove it.
That was really uncool, you know, Angel.
Yeah, again, sometimes Isabella's voice as Charlie kind of takes you out of the moment. And it's not intentional. I know it's not intentional.
I don't have a free room anymore. Ah, well.
Oh, I'm so sorry if any of this picks up with the coughing and the hacking. She's definitely trying. She's trying to get that perfect, I'm so positive, I'm so upbeat, I'm looking on the bright side of things. There's a silver lining behind every cloud that Charlie emanates in her presence. Man, but we are coming up on like my favorite delivery Isabella gives.
It's probably a good idea to get some actual food in this place. You know, feed all the wayward souls you got in here.
See, that was perfect. It was like that, just enough like, almost like Big Brother sarcasm, into feeling just like absolute crap for it.
Hey, Mom. I know I keep calling, and you must be busy. Really busy. But, the interview didn't go well, and I don't know if I'm ever going to make a difference. I don't know what I'm doing. I could really use some advice, Mom.
Oh, okay, hold on, pause. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I haven't paused it in a while, and I'm trying not to, but oh my god. When I say that is one of my Isabella's best deliveries, my personal favorite of her deliveries, oh my lord, I'm not joking. It hits me with such an impact of emotion. Like, you can feel her heart breaking as she admits that she doesn't know if she's doing right. She doesn't know if she can live up to the ideals she has set for herself. Just, she emotes it so beautifully here. Which is why I was saying what I was saying. Like, I don't know if the vocal tone was deliberate, if it was a direction that she was told to take with it. But this scene, oh my god, like, it literally gives me chills and just, it makes my heart break for her every time. Play.
Anyway, better stop talking before this gets long.
You see, it's this moment that makes me agree that Isabel was the perfect candidate. And I know that's unfair for just a few scenes, but oh my god, they just hit so hard. Oh. Oh, here we go. Hell, low.
Hey, Baggy.
What?
The radio demon is at the door.
What?
Who?
I practiced
What should I
these
do?
lines so much over the last 4 years, long before this project came along. Because I love it so much.
You may.
Pleasure meeting, sweetheart. Quite a pleasure. Excuse my sudden visit, but I saw your fiasco on the picture show,
Like,
and
no-
I just unreal
no
it.
joke.
What a performance. Why, I haven't been that entertained since the stock market crash of 19...
Like, no joke, by the time this project came along, I had done these lines over and over and over to the point that I could just about quote all of Alastor's lines verbatim from start to finish, song included. So I was just so thrilled to be given direction on where I needed to speed up, where I needed to slow down, where I needed to inflect a little better. And for anyone who's curious, no, I actually do not, or at the time was not using any sort of technology to create the radio voice. The resonance. Sorry, my brain sometimes does not like to think. But yeah, that radio quality resonance, I don't actually use any programs to do that. What I actually use, in fact, is the bottom part of a 20-ounce soda bottle that just so happens to have a few small holes drilled into the bottom of it, and a string set to use so it can be placed over my head, so I'm not constantly having to hold it up. That is how we achieve this mid-Atlantic sort of not really personality, but sort of effect from old-time radio. Because as all of you know, because especially if you saw my short, I do this voice naturally. The resonance effect is needed for inflection purposes. We've since been experimenting with a different program, or at least we were until well, we'll get into that at the end of this. Let's just continue.
29. So many orphans.
Stop right there. I know your game, and I'm not gonna let you hurt anyone here. Puppets, cheese, talk show, shit, Lord.
Dear, if I wanted to hurt anyone here, I was no,
I just wanted to point out that the deeper demonic tone, that was me as well. And that was without any programs, that was without any special assistance. We didn't get someone else to help dub over the lines with me to create that resonance effect. That is 100% me and all natural, just using the technique that I mentioned previously. Again, I'm so sorry for this. I don't know if it's seasonal allergies or what. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because a lot of people do not believe me when I tell them that, yeah, I'm not using any software, any AI. I'm not using any sort of synthesizer technology or programs. That this is all me. 100% me. Pretty much every voice featured on this channel, with the exception of Claptrap for the opening of the Borderlands video, which, yeah, that never got much traction, so we'll probably never revisit that series on the channel again, unfortunately. But yeah, aside from that one, every other voice featured is 100% me without any sort of modifications or anything like that. Just wanted it out there. Again, I loved getting to play this part so very much. Like, it was so gratifying getting cast as Alastor after doing it off and on for the channel for the last 4 years. And interactions in other programs outside of VR chat. I really don't want to talk about any of that right now, though. But it filled my heart with joy. And I was so looking forward to continuing to voice Alastor in future episode dubbings for the show proper. Really disappointed about that. Again, we'll talk about that more. If I can get this thing to click play.
Say what now?
Okay, hold on here. Let me see if I can get it to back up.
This ridiculous thing you'll tell. I want to help you run it. Why does anyone do anything?
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can back this up a little bit. I hate when it does this.
Why, I haven't been that entertained since the stock market crash of 1929.
Sorry, that was more than I intended to back it up.
Stop right there. I know your game, and I'm not gonna let you.
I don't know why it's skipping. I don't know if it's doing it because I'm pausing, or if it's just an issue between between the link and VR chat.
Oh, I'm here because I want to help.
Say what now?
Hello? Is this thing on? Testing.
That's me as well.
You want to help?
This ridiculous thing you're trying to do. This hotel. I want to help you run it.
What?
Why does anyone do anything? Sheer absolute boredom. I've lacked inspiration for decades. My work became mundane, lacking focus, aimless. I've come to crave a new form of entertainment.
It has been so difficult to get beyond Edward Bosco's deliveries and transition more to Amir.
After all, the world is a stage.
And you may notice it sounds like I'm doing a little bit of both. That's because I'd already been trying to practice Amir's voice at this point.
Possible to rehabilitate a demon?
Of course not. That's wacky nonsense. Redemption. Oh, the non-existent humanity. No. I don't think there's anything left that could save such loathsome sinners. The chance given was the life they lived before. The punishment is this. There's no one doing what is done.
Man. In my own previous recordings, this has been one of my favorite deliveries.
For myself, I want to watch the scum of the world struggle to climb up the hill of betterment, only to repeatedly trip and tumble down.
Yeah, I think our background audio drowned me out a little bit too much there.
Yes, indeed. I see big things coming your way.
What's the deal with Smiles over there?
You've never heard of him before? You've been here longer than me.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe it just seems like it's skipping to me. I don't know.
I'm not big on politics.
Decades ago,
Yeah.
Alastor manifested in hell.
I love her delivery of these lines. And before we get to it, everybody knows that certain introductions are coming up. Nifty in our project is being voiced by a delightful young lady by the name of Jada Maniscalco, while Husker, or Husk, whichever you prefer to refer him as, is voiced by Jared Lightman, aka King Jeremy 1121. And they both do such great jobs. Yeah, Husker may not match the pilot or Keith David's voice for the series proper, but he gives his own take on it, and I think it really works every bit as well as both of their deliveries.
Like a strawberry pimp.
Well, I don't trust him.
To be fair, do you have any
Again, so sorry about this.
men?
Charlie, listen to
I'm about
me.
choking on my own saliva here
Believe this creep?
from all this coughing and crap.
Just a happy face. He's a deal.
Again, some of Isabella's better deliveries opposite Tushka here.
Likely looking for a way to destroy everything we're trying to do.
We don't know that. Look, I know he's bad and I know he probably doesn't want to change, but the whole point of this is to give people a chance. Have faith. Things will get better. How can I turn someone away? I can't. It goes against everything I'm trying to do. Everything I believe in. Just
And I actually like how you can tell that Isabella's real voice is showing through a little bit. it's like you can feel Charlie's heartache.
Don't worry, I picked up one thing from my dad. You don't take shit from other demons.
As like the doubt and the heartache are just right there, and the facade is breaking a little bit periodically.
But I don't. I think everyone deserves a chance to prove that they can be better, so I'm taking your offer to help. On the condition that there will be no tricks or voodoo strings attached.
So, it's a deal then.
No shaking, no deals.
Again, some of Isabella's better deliveries in this project.
As Princess of Hell and heir to the throne, I hereby ordered that you...
And no, I'm not making too many comments on my own performance because that's not really fair. That's very subjective for me personally. So I'll leave it up to you.
Fair enough.
Leave your comments about this and below. The project in general and me, whatever.
Smile, my dear. You know you're never fully dressed without one.
You know, I actually recorded the humming, but they didn't. They cut the audio before they got to it.
Well...
You're going to need more than that. And what can you do, my effeminate fellow?
I can suck your dick.
No.
You lost.
Well, this just won't do. So, favors to liven things up.
Again, I love getting to do this part so much. And here she is. Here's our dear Jada Maniscalco.
This little darling is nifty.
Hi, I'm Nifty. It's nice to meet you. It's been a while since I've made new friends. Why are y'all women? Are there any men here? I'm sorry if that's rude. Oh man, this place is still neat. This really is a ladies' cut, which is weird because you're all ladies, no offense. Oh my god, this is awful. No.
Read them in Wheat Boys.
Here's Jerry Lightman.
What the fuck is this? You!
Ah, Husker, my good friend. Glad you could make it.
Don't you Husker me, son of a bitch. I was about to win the whole damn pot.
Yeah, it kind of goes against the kind of voice you expect, and I think that works so well.
I'm doing some charity work, so I took it upon myself to volunteer your services. I hope that's okay.
Are you shitting me?
No, I don't think so.
I really enjoyed working opposite of him for this project.
Ain't fucking right. Just to pull me out of nowhere? You think I'm some kind of fucking clown?
Maybe.
Ain't doing no fucking charity job.
Well, I figured you would be the perfect-faced man to front desk at this fine establishment. With your charming smile and welcoming energy, this job was made for you. Don't worry, my friend. I can make things more welcoming if you...
Just an FYI, I do my own singing in this.
No.
Actually, I do my own singing in pretty much all the projects that I feature on my channel. But I'm really grateful they allowed me to do my own singing on this. Because I had practiced doing both Edward Bosco, the speaking voice of Alastor for the pilot, as well as Black Griffin, the singing voice for the pilot. So it really meant the world to me that they gave me the opportunity to stretch my vocal chops and really try.
This is amazing.
They could have very easily said, sorry, we need someone else to do the singing voice, but they really left it all to me, and I am so thankful to Miss Howard.
You have a dream you wish to tell, and it's just laughable, but hey kid, what the hell? Cause you're one of a kind, charming demon belle. Now let's give these burning fools a place to dwell. Boys.
Yeah, we had a little bit of editing problems.
Inside of every demon is a lost cause. So we'll dress them up now with just a small. And we'll coronate the cesspools full of redemptive plans. And show the simpletons some proper class and style. Oh, here we go. I'm sure you'll find the sound. The little heart down in this Hazbin Hotel.
I have to resist laughing at that every time.
Look who it is harboring the striped freak. We meet yet again, Alastor.
Do I know you?
Oh, yes, you do. And this time, I had the element of surprise. I'm so evil.
I really wish Troy had been able to inflect a little bit more on that, because I do like the pilot better that way, where it's like, surprise! But, you know, it is what it is. You know, he did a good job. We can overlook something like that. One regret I do have, we didn't think to record the post-credit scene. I know it's just the Egg Boy, but still.
Well, I'm starved. I want some jambalaya. My mother once showed me a wonderful recipe for jambalaya. In fact, it nearly killed her. Would say the kick was right out of hell. Oh, I'm on a roll. Yes, sir. This is the start of some real changes down here. The game.
Sorry about that. Yep, the credits I'm responsible for directly. I'm really glad I was allowed to do them, to give it our own kind of our own flavor, so it didn't impede too much into their territory. Of course, I did remember to go back through the Hazbin Hotel pilot and get the proper credits for the animation and the orchestral and all that. But see, and yeah, I did, you know, all the slides for all this. It took a little bit of creative works. That was just a personal joke of mine, so don't worry about it. You'll notice anyone who asked for their creator name, I went through and I re-edited it and put it in there for them. See, here's all of our additional lines. See, I made sure to properly credit Vivian and Dave and all of them. I forgot to edit out the Always Chasing Rainbows part because I thought we were going to do it and we never did. It really disappointed me. But yeah, that is our pilot FanDub. You can find it on Violet Howard's YouTube channel. There will be a link in the video description below for it. And yeah, it was such a thrill, such an absolute pleasure and an honor to work with all of these people. They did such great work. I love the bit of goofing off we did in the group chat on Facebook, both on voice and just in text. We really got a chance to stretch our acting chops a bit. And we kept going for a while after the pilot because we originally were going to record episodes from the show proper. Again, I was set to reprise the voice of Alastor, and I'd been asked to do certain other voices, including the Egg Boys. I don't remember if we couldn't get Billy Davy to do it again, or if she just wanted my voice for that. I was also slated to voice Zestial. Unfortunately, I did get temporarily recast for like one episode because apparently Miss Howard thought I needed a break. And I appreciate the fact that she was trying to look after my best interests, but let's be honest, if I'm voicing Alastor, I don't need a break. I don't want a break. I love voicing Alastor. Like, I legitimately do. I wouldn't be voicing him for 4 years if I didn't love him. Sorry. But I'm more disappointed by the fact that we ended up having to cancel the continued projects. It really disappointed all of us. We'd found several actors to take on new roles. Some of our returning actors were going to be playing additional parts. Certain ones were being replaced with different ones for one reason or another. I don't remember all the details. We had like 2 or 3 episodes worth of our dialogue recorded when we got the news that the project was being tabled indefinitely. Our director, Miss Howard, I don't know the exact details, and it's not my place to talk about it. If I did know the exact details, she was going through a personal crisis and felt that she could not give her all to the project. And honestly, I think part of it is we put too much pressure on her. She had to wear too many hats, and most of us didn't have the ability to step up and take some of the load off of her. And I'm Miss Howard, if you're watching this, Miss Violet, thank you so much for getting all of us together for this. It truly was a sincere honor to get to voice Alastor for this project, to have my talents, my efforts recognized and put to use. Um, you were a sheer delight to cooperate with, to collaborate with. And that goes for the rest of you as well. May have had a little, hiccup here and there with some of our, back and forths. But Rob, Troy, Isabella, I didn't really get to interact with you, Star, and I'm so sorry about that. You came in so late into production. I really do feel like you got cheated out of a lot of the camaraderie that you should have gotten to enjoy. Um, but Saber, matter of fact, initially, yes, Saber's actually their pseudonym. They didn't want their real name attached to the project, so I'm not even going to say it. But Saber, Billy, Jer, Molly, Jada, Troy, Kiefer, Tushka. Uh, it was an absolute pleasure to work with all of you. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all been able to give your all to new projects. You all, seriously, you all did a fantastic job. Isabel, I'm so sorry if you got any flack for part of how you portrayed Charlie. You did a really fantastic job. As I said, some of your line deliveries, in my personal opinion, hit harder than any other line delivery in this project. And that's including my own lines. Like, I strove to give that suave, aristocratic, and yet intimidating master that everyone loves and that I love to be. Oh my God, you, my dear. Oh, I don't know if I can even put it into words. Just the sheer magnitude of emotion you were able to put, in my personal opinion, into your delivery. Uh, Especially that particular scene I pointed out. Like, you literally have, the first time I saw it, you literally had me in tears. My heart was breaking for you. You did just such a great job as Charlie. Star, again, sorry for any of the criticisms I've given to any of my co-stars. Um, and honestly, considering how late into the project Star came, you did the best possible job you could have been asked to do under the circumstances, especially since we were trying so desperately to get the release date that we had planned for it. Like, you came in clutch for us. You showed up like out of the blue, like a God blessed miracle when we needed you. And thank you so very much for doing so, because this project would have been delayed if not for you. And you gave a phenomenal performance as Charlie's singing voice, and we are so very grateful for that. Tushka, again, you are by far, in my personal opinion, the standout star of this project. As much as I love voicing Alastor, and as much practice as I have voicing Alastor, you were the ideal Vaggie. We could not have asked for a better Vaggie than you. And that's just my personal opinion. Think of it what you will. Kiefer, I'm so sorry you didn't get more lines. I really am, because you did good as Don Trench. I would have loved to have seen what more you could have done. I wish we could have got the regular, the show episodes recorded and edited like we wanted. I really was looking forward to seeing more of your acting chops. Hope you're not too salty about the joke in the end credits. Why am I still on fire? Troy, again, phenomenal pinches. May not be accurate to the pilot or the show proper, but I think it is to your benefit that it wasn't. You, and not just you, but you and Jer Lightman both did such a great job as Serpentius and Husker. I honestly think subverting expectations the way you did was the ideal way to go, and it created just a whole new, like, headcanon of how these characters should be. Again, Jada, just like Kiefer, you did not have enough lines for my liking. And I'm so sad for that, because you did really good as Nifty. Especially since, Nifty often is considered to be too young to be in hell, but she's not. We all know she's a grown woman. She's just in this tiny little short queen body with this hyperactive energy. And I think you did a magnificent job bringing that little bit of maturity while still keeping that spontaneity to it. Really, thank you so much for being our Nifty. I'm so sorry that, we didn't get to interact more, that we didn't get to do more work with the projects, especially since we never got to do the Hell of a Boss pilot like we were going to do. Troy, you did a great job. Thank you so much for bringing that project to light in your own way. You did a good job with it. If you happen to catch this, Troy, and you want me to react to your stuff, please let me know. I'd be happy to do that here on the channel. Molly, really great job as Katie Killjoy. I loved a lot of your delivery. Some of it I think we had technical issues with, but for the most part you did great. You brought that a different level than the pilot's voice actress did, and in a lot of ways I think it worked better. Maybe not every way, but in a lot of ways you definitely delivered certain lines in a way that I thought was better than the pilot. And that's just my personal opinion. Billy, I wish we could have had more lines for you to do. You did the best you could with the Ed Boys. You gave it your own effort, and I liked the idea that you had for them. My only criticism is it didn't really match. Like, I know what you were going for, and it was a great effort. And no negativity intended behind this critique. You did the best you could, especially given the circumstances, given the fact that they weren't as fleshed out as they are in the show proper. And I think that's what really hurts them, is they don't have as much personality, except for the one who, if hell has a therapist, they need to see a therapist. That's just my personal opinion. That's partially because of my own experiences with mental health in the past. So, yeah, whether that was Frank or whichever egg boy that was, please seek help. Billy, great, good job, all things considered. Sorry if some of my critiques sounded too rough on you. Saber, again, great cherry bomb. I think our audio mixing actually worked against you more than your line delivery did. You did fantastic. We just had some of the background noise and all, because we wanted to keep that same level as the pilot too high. And I think that kind of hurt you a little unintentionally. And I'm so sorry for that, because you did a great job as Cherry. Rob, pretty much a perfect Angel Dust. A couple of line flips, but which of us didn't? I mean, I did more takes than I cared to think about in order to get, timing and speed and tone, inflection, all that right. So, all things, screw saying all things considered, you did fantastic. You were great. You and Tushka, honestly, two of the best standout stars in this project overall, as far as the main characters go. In some ways, I think I could have done better. Isabella, I'm sometimes a little too harsh on you, Isabella. I really am, and I'm so sorry for that. I'm sorry we only knew how to call you Isabella, and we couldn't give you a longer credit. That's partially why I picked the image I did for the end credits for you. Because it's like, I don't, but again, you gave some of the most hard-hitting moments, and I am so thankful that you were able to do that. Definitely parts of your delivery that I loved, some parts that I had questions about. For the most part, I think Violet made the right choice in casting you as Charlie. Uh, I have no other notes beyond that. In all honesty, I really don't. I am just so disappointed we didn't get to continue working together. Nick Kurtz, you did a great job as our falling and feathered demons. It's a shame that you didn't get a more prominent character, but for what you did have, you did so great. I'm so thankful that you were able to step in and fill those parts, as minor as I might have seen. Um, you did really good at delivering your lines. Honestly, I think I could have learned from you a little bit. So I am ever so grateful for this entire project, for the experience, for everyone whom I got to work with. And I thank all of you, our audience members, who sat and watched through this. Our sincerest apologies for all the delays and the pauses. But when you're doing a cast commentary, that's what you have to expect on occasion. Especially since I don't wish to overspeak through the entire video. Some of you may not have actually seen the pilot and redub before. But what can I say? That's entertainment! And as I said previously, it is rather difficult for me to bounce back and forth between trying to duplicate a mirror with my own natural voice and then doing the likes of Edward Bosco. It ends up creating quite the cacophony. But I do very much enjoy playing Alastor, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. So thank you one and all for tuning in here to the Moonshadow Mystery channel for something that we had desired to do for quite some time, but never were able to get around to. It has been my sincerest pleasure to offer my insight into this love letter to Vivzy Pop and the original pilot actors. Of course, in particular to Edward Bosco, as you, my good sir, were an inspiration, quite literally. And if by some odd chance you do see this, Edward, uh, well, you or Black Griffin, either one, thank you so very much for for being our introduction to the realm of Hazbin Hotel. I was initially heartbroken that you didn't get brought back in for the proper project. I know there was some drama dilemma behind some of that we don't wish to get into at the moment. Accusations that may or may not be unfounded. It's not really fair. It really is not how things turned out for you. Black Griffin in particular, thank you so much for your final love letter. Thank you and good night. It is absolutely beautiful. Getting all the old cast back together for one last hurrah. I do hope that we here for this FanDub project did you all proud. Not that I have any expectations that any of you will see this, but if by some miracle you do, please let us know in the comments below. And please do go to the pilot, the project pilot dub, over on Miss Violet's channel so that she can get the accolades she deserves for all the hard work and effort she put in to ensure the success. After all, without her, none of this would be possible. So once again, Miss Howard, thank you kindly. You are a sheer pleasure and a delight to work with. Whatever you are going through, I hope it is going well, and perhaps someday soon, or someday in the future, you'll reach out to me once again, and we'll get the old gang back together. But for all the rest of you loathsome sinners, and
Voracious viewers, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's little creator commentary, please click the like button below. Of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments, as well as any suggestions. If by some chance you're new, please do click the name above the video description in order to see our backlog of videos. We've been doing this for 7 years, and there is quite a cavalcade to choose from. We do hope you all have a great rest of your day, and a delightful rest of your week, and a truly stupendous weekend ahead, depending on when around you getting... my apologies. Depending on when we get around to viewing today's broadcast. And as always, dear viewers, remember... apologies again. Would you care to do the honors?
Sure. It's been a while. And remember, all you viewers, don't go changing for anyone but yourselves. I hope to see you all right back here. Same Moonshadow time, same mystery channel, when we get back into the fray with more exciting broadcasts.
Until then, loathsome sinners, see you all soon.